Welcome to day 32 of our 40 Days of Strangers on the Way. I'm so excited to introduce you to this story, this man, and just these memories. So let's get right into it. Day 32, the man in the bright red suit, a real ace. A coach is someone who sees beyond your limits and guides you to greatness. A quote by Michael Jordan. Have you ever met someone who had a glimmer in their eye? Like they knew a secret no one else knew, and if you came close enough, maybe they'd share it with you too. I met one of those people at an alumni event for my college alma mater. It had been a long night, and I scanned the room to find my jacket on the coat rack when we crossed paths. His dark skin was adorned in a full-length, bright red suit, kind of like Santa, but business Santa. To pull that outfit off, I knew this man must be interesting. We became what seemed like instant friends, and he shared with me that he graduated in 1983. The year 1983 was a big year for me because it's also the year one of my favorite mentors graduated. The year 2015 was another big year for me. It's the year my mentor passed away. Did you know Coach Rux? I asked, eyes wide. The man smiled and said, "Oh, yes, I did." "Did you play football with him?" I asked. "I actually played basketball with him," he replied. Most people don't realize he played basketball too. He played for a few years and then decided to focus solely on football. "Wow, you never told me that," I replied. He was like a dad to me. I told the savvy Santa look-alike. On a sunny spring day, my mentor passed away from a sudden heart attack in his car. He coached football at the school for years and was beloved by many. Shocked, our community came together to grieve and celebrate his life. "Was he the same in college as he was out of college?" I asked my new friend. "Why, yes he was," he replied, looking at me with a sparkle in his eye. I quickly recounted stories of Coach, wise words he had shared, and life lessons he had taught me. And although I thought of Coach nearly every day, I hadn't always intentionally practiced what he taught me. Coach wrote one handwritten note to someone on his mind every single day. It was how he would start his day. He also rewarded his players with ACE cards when they showed attitude, character, and enthusiasm. Although he was constantly busy coaching and advising students, he made you feel like the only person on his mind when you would interrupt him during the middle of his busy day was you. "I'm so glad I met you," I said to the man in the full-length red suit. "I was ready to get out of here, but I'm thankful that we stopped to chat. You reminded me of those lessons Coach taught me so many years ago. You reminded me to be an ace." And with that, I grabbed my coat and headed to the parking lot. I tilted my head up and looked into the night sky. "Thanks, Coach." Let's wonder. I have this funny feeling that you may run into someone who reminds you of someone else this week. Ask God if there is a personal characteristic, a location, or a theme to keep an eye out for this week. Notice what you sense. Ask God if there's a personal characteristic, a location, or a theme to keep an eye out for this week. And then let's activate. When you run into a stranger or a lookalike this week, pause and ask God what he would like to share with you about this. What do they remind you of? How does God want to show his love to you through them? Reflect on your experience and interaction. When you run into a stranger or a lookalike this week, pause and ask God what he would like to share with you about this. What do they remind you of? How does God want to show his love to you through them? And then let's yield. I invite you to pray this prayer with me. God, thank you for bringing strangers into my life this week. Thank you for helping me notice the gold inside of them and for the courage to encourage them. I pray for divine appointments and interactions this week. Help me notice what you are doing and how you are moving in the lives of people around me. Amen.